What's guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 10th episode of The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent. This one's titled Diary. And yeah, we are off on a journey to Klaus's domain, I believe. That was what we learned from last time. With the capital now no longer really under threat from the miasma and everything that's going on. All the other regions outside of the capital are now asking for assistance as monsters are starting to push in. And now that we have a kind of an officially recognized saint in the form of Sei, they all are vying for her attention. And it seems as though the most imminent threat will be in Klaus's domain. And the reason for that is that it's a production powerhouse for all the herbs and stuff that are used in potion making and such. If we don't have that, we don't really have a means of making potions to save people. And that's going to become a really big problem. We need to secure that pretty quickly. So, Hawk is already sent on an assignment there, and it looks like Sei was just like, yeah, I'm going, of course, as well, right? Like, kind of expecting just like, I'm going to end up going anyway, so I might as well get ready. But it just makes sense for her to go. It's also considered the Alchemist Holy Land or something like that, or something to that effect. It's the Holy Land for something. I think it was alchemists. I can't remember what it was, or herbalists or something along those lines. And so, yeah, she's incredibly interested to go there to learn as well as help. So, that seems to be the current destination. I think there was still one... I might be mixing up with another OP. But I'm fairly certain there's one character in this OP that we just haven't met yet. I'm going to assume it's whoever's in charge of this domain. Probably Klausner, if I had to guess. Whether he's going to be overall a good guy or a bad guy, who knows? I'm assuming he's going to be a good guy. It feels a bit weird to introduce a new antagonist at this point, but at the same time we don't really have any antagonistic forces except the monsters, which for a show like this kind of works, let's be honest. The whole thing with Kyle and Ira has kind of been resolved already. Kyle and people who were conspiring with him are now under house arrest, and Ira has been, well, because of the way he's spun the narrative, Kyle, Ira is now considered a victim and therefore won't be bullied or anything for it, and she'll be supported, and she already has Liz and Sei as supports now. Ira's going to continue and go on to the Royal Magic Assembly to learn magic, because she seems to have an aptitude for it and has a desire for it, and so she's going to be doing that. We should have some... We're there as well. Sei's there to take lessons from the Grand Magus and everything, so they would interact somewhat frequently anyway, and they can have tea afterwards and such, and Liz can come down and have tea as well. It's like, it just works out kind of well to have that little social group tight-knit together. At least, well, we're going on an expedition now, so that won't happen for a little while, but it was a 2-week gap before the expedition starts, I should say. I don't know if we're immediately time-skipping up to when we're on our journey, because I think last time we were... I think at the end of the last episode we were already on the carriage getting ready to depart? I can't remember. I guess we'll see. But I am assuming we're going to be doing that pretty much the entire episode, and the last 3 episodes of the show probably will be spent over in that domain, saving this people and learning a bit more. I saw a post on AniList, like, where was it? What was the title of it? What's the point of this show? Which is a bit harsh, but I think their point is that there's not really much of a main story thread going through right now. Like, there seemed to be with Kyle, but that got resolved very quickly. And I think it's a fair question. There doesn't seem to be too much of a main narrative plot, but I think that speaks more to its style of a show. It feels more slice of lifey than it does like a super narrative focused show. And I think some people may have been misled coming into the show not expecting that. Because slice of life shows, as good as they can be, they don't really attract the mainstream audience because they're slice of life, and people need a story, they need villains, they need action. It's just... people want that. It just seems to be the main market is just that, and these types of shows are very, very good, and I wish people had a little more patience in giving them a try, but you can't sway everybody, and you never will. But I do have a similar thought in the sense of, I don't know what these last 3 episodes are going to be like. Obviously, we're going to be going to this domain and probably saving them from miasma, and probably doing another Saint's Conjury, whatever that magic is. Maybe we'll understand finally what it is, but it feels very like open-ended and very like a loose narrative, essentially, with this. It would absolutely need a season 2 to start diving into, well, why is this miasma around? Why does it threaten this world? What caused it? Who's behind it? If there's someone behind it. Like, that sort of information feels like season 2, season 3 material, but I don't know necessarily if this is getting a season 2. I don't think any more sequels are being announced just yet. Let me just double check in case I missed one today. I have not missed one today. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, so we'll probably start getting some more sequel like announcements and stuff at the end of the season. So in the next 2 weeks or so, well, I'm expecting potentially one for How Not Summon the Demon Lord. That might get one tomorrow. No, Friday. Wait, when does that show come out? Friday. So I'm expecting maybe that'll get a season 3 announcement at the end of its run. But from then on, it's like the week beginning 21st, and those next 2 weeks in the kind of weird interim between spring ending and summer starting, that's where I'm expecting a lot of the sequel news to start building up again. And we'll see where that ends up going. We did have a recent sequel announcement of a show that I did not expect at all. Where was it? Oh god, my channel is filled with so much Genshin stuff right now. There's been a lot of Genshin announcements. So yeah, By the Grace of the Gods. That's a show we watched on the channel and was relatively good. Very laid back, very chill. I did not expect that to get a season 2 announcement. It kind of came out of nowhere. So it's just one of those things. I would like this to get a sequel, but I'm not holding my breath that it would. It feels like Snow White and the Red Hair. That's the comparison that I always make. But if they got a sequel, I think it would do it justice. Just put it that way. So, anyway. Whoops, gonna load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based format actions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture and pitching, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture and pitch reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, which we'll be doing straight after this. We also have movie reactions available. The poll recently just ended for this month's movie, and we'll be watching Pancreas on the 19th or 26th of the month. It'll be one of those 2 dates. I'll let you know close to the time what it actually ends up being. Hopefully it's going to be the 19th. And yeah, we'll also be doing the Princess Principal Crown Handler movie this weekend, hopefully, provided I can find a decent subtitled version. I did have a version, but the subtitles, you read the bottom line of the subtitles before the top line. That was very, very confusing. I was like, yeah, no, I can't watch all that through. So I've seen like the first minute of the show because of that, but yeah, no, I couldn't continue on with that, not with that version. So we'll see if I can find another one. But here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3 to 1 play, then play side episode, I side episode, and we should be in sync. We'll watch this one on Funimation as per usual, since they're the ones who licensed it. We have the Kalakawa logo to start with, then the Funimation logo, so about 10 seconds logos give or take. I'll call them out as I go past, but you can also use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell where the scenes are transitioning. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Kalakawa. Funimation. Cheers. Here we go. Disembarking. He's too adorable. Daniel Klausner, okay. So he's the lord over the region, current region anyway. Okay, so we've already arrived, good. A B-turn. So yeah, that's the one character we haven't met yet. I'm assuming we're meeting them here in Klausner's domain. I thought it might be like the Klausner Lord himself, but it's not. Maybe a relative. Maybe someone who just knows the area. It's like our guide. Something like that. Hey, she came with us. Okay, cool. uh, um, yeah. uh, yeah, the dress, you're gonna have to tighten that one up a bit. And that's. Mm. Alchemist Highland, yep. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm sure we're gonna be meeting with them. Oh, okay. Who's this gonna be? I think she'd very much like that. That was a weird shot on him. Yeah, it's fine. Mm-hmm. Yep, scout ahead first. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. I really like him. I really do. They really could have gone the reverse harem route with it, but they actually really went like an actual romance here. Uh, Rena? Mm-hmm. Nice. Hmm. Why is this so ominous? Why is that? I'm sorry, but why is their dialogue and the shot choices so ominous with these two? It feels so weird. Yeah, she is quite special. Yeah. uh, nah, she's serious about it. hmm What is it with the? What is it with anime just doing the wows a lot more now? Uh, so who is this? This is definitely the character missing from the OP, I think. I mean, we can be. hmm They're much higher quality than you'd expect as well. Leonhard, okay. Captain the Mercs, okay. Yep. Uh, yeah. Yeah, it was a test, yeah. They were double checking. Maybe they had doubts. Hmm. hmm Okay, they're aware of said magic. Hmm. Why is it so ominous? Hmm. I think they're like doing with the right intentions. They're just being very sneaky and ominous about it. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. That is true. Hmm. Interesting. Why not? Okay. I guess it's to do with the fields and such. Oh. Is this the alchemist's room, I guess? It said there was like the alchemist like diary or something, right? Oh. It's a heavy lock, isn't it? Hmm. Interesting. The Grey Alchemist. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, they're probably right in that. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Everything's dying. Yep. And this is where the Saints' power. Hmm. Hmm. There it is. Hmm. Possibly. I mean, it seems consistent, right? Oh well. What happened? Put it back in the safe. Did she put it back in the safe? Oh shit, yeah, okay. I guess one of our scouting parties didn't go so well? Or our mercenaries didn't do so well anyway. Okay. So possibly a patrol and then something else. Yes. Hmm. We've got our own magic healing though. There's ways to healing without potions. Oh, well, it's complicated. hmm Yep. I mean, she is the saint, right? Yes, they don't really know that yet. Oh, we already are part of the Knight's Help. Ooh. Ooh. hmm They were only scouting, but they got pinned down. Yeah. Mm. Yep. Area heal. Yep. Yeah, you're all good. I need to go. Please let them be okay. All back alive. Oh boy, how's Hawk doing? Not so well. We all came back alive, though. He's just not doing so well. Oh boy, really not doing well. There it is again. Still activated. Yeah, it was just covered in it. It wasn't actually his. Okay. Overreacted a bit, but I think that's a fair overreaction when you look like that and you're covered in blood. Uh, yeah. uh, God, these two. Come on, you gotta realize it's when you have a deep desire to protect someone. Both times you were in danger. Yes, that's partially it. Right, the first time you were thinking of him still, though. Yep, she's realized it. Yep, it comes from the heart. Hmm. Very embarrassed. Yeah. Power of Love itself, episode 10 diary, yeah. Alright, good episode. Very, very good episode. She's finally realizing why it's happening. We met our final character of the show, I think. Still got one more expedition to go out on. That was just them scouting and they got pinned down. So, some pretty tough monsters are not where they should be. So, things are getting pretty bad. We need to go out with the Saints Country now and start clearing the area. It's gonna be a lot of work, but it needs to be done. Now I wonder if the episode title is actually going to be translated or not. I bet you it won't. I'll be prepared to look it up, though, as per usual, because I kind of always have to. We'll see, though. Episode 11, yeah. I remember what you want me to say. Good damn it, Funimation. Alright, episode 11. It is actually titled Predicament. See, I had it open ready because I knew we weren't going to get the damn translation. So yeah, episode 11 is called Predicament. I guess the predicament we're in is... Actually, what kind of predicament are we in? I mean, I know we've got to save people, but that's not really much of a predicament. We know exactly what we're going to do at this stage, right? I'd have thought. No idea what the predicament necessarily would be in this instance. Okay, good episode. Sei's finally realizing that it's tied to Albert. Which is... yeah, embarrassing for her, but she has to confront that fact, because that is the fact of it. We met our final character in the form of the Merc leader. Yeah, I don't know why, but the Alchemist Lady and the Lord just seemed so suspicious with the way they were going about it. I guess they just didn't trust the fact that the Saint actually did exist, or they actually had the Saint. They were probably just very wary and thought, oh, maybe the capital's just doing this to appease us rather than actually like being genuine. Maybe they have reason to doubt the capital in the first point. I don't know. But it just seemed very ominous with the way like some of the shots were chosen, some of the dialogue they said. So I was just I was less trusting of them than maybe I would normally be in that instance. But it's just the power of like what shots you choose and how you pace them and what dialogue you choose to give them. You can really change the mood of the show. Like, that didn't have to be ominous at all, but just the way it was shot kind of made it feel like that. So, anyway, yeah, good episode. Accidentally activated another Saints Conjury, even though it wasn't totally needed. It does mean that the alchemist woman was able to see it, and so she knows that it's definitely possible now, and she's going to expect Sei to do it probably for them. Whether there's a predicament necessarily tied to that, though, I don't know. I guess we'll find out, but that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.